Hello and welcome to ALW Exploration.
Some interesting graffiti.
In this video we are continuing our hunt for clues into this former military establishment. This is a former Royal Air Force base, originally opened in 1918 and used by the Royal Air Force. In 1977 the site was used by the British Army as a defence driving school until 1992, handing back the site to the RAF, who continued operations here until 1996. Parts of this site are still in use by the armed forces and it is guarded by them, so we have been very careful not to disturb them. Stay tuned as we uncover a dark nuclear secret that has been hidden and forgotten right here in this Cold War relic. Join Exploring Dave and myself as we look for clues to the history and use of each room we enter.
We're looking at this building here. We think it's a HQ bunker, but it's all breeze blocked up there, so we can't get in. Because we never force entry, we always try and find a way in. But on there, those are pots for the old telephones. And it's got two sets of them. So it makes me believe that this was a HQ building.
I can see some iron bars there. On a fence or something.
We can walk around to that.
If we can get round to that from the other side.
Yeah, I think we
Find
can.
out what it is. Because this here, there's an opening here. So that could actually be the blast wall.
There's a concrete pillar there.
Oh, stop calling me a pillar.
Yeah, so they don't want people in here.
It's fenced off, so...
Is that screwed to the wall as well?
Yeah, that's through to where we want it to be.
Yeah, it's proper bolted on.
It is. We can
Why
go a
don't
bit further on and see if we can get round
Yeah.
that way. But,
If not, I'm just going to plough through that way a while.
yeah. I mean, it's worth having a look at.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind doing that, but it does rip your hands and it does rip you to bits. But if it's to get a decent shot, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
See, it's all bars on these windows. What's that about? Have we been in there?
Can't remember. No, I don't think we did. I'm thinking, looking at this, I think the entrance must be from the inside of that door.
So this is all part of the HQ building, we believe.
After further research we found out a dark secret about this headquarters.
THOR pad to all stations. Mark.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dateline, United Kingdom. Today on these British Isles, an undisclosed number of THOR missile units are being ready to supplement the present deterrent force. This is Weapons System 315A, a system designed around the Intermediate Range Ballistic Missile concept, the IRBM idea.
On the 4th of October 1957, the Soviet Union stunned the world by placing Sputnik 1 in orbit. This achievement in the wake of a successful Soviet intercontinental ballistic missile flight came as a rude shock to the United States. Although statements were made to the contrary, the United States recognized the significance of this Soviet achievement. The Americans reacted by building an intermediate range ballistic missile. The Douglas THOR missile system was operated by the United States Air Force in Central Europe and the Royal Air Force in England. 60 missiles in total were deployed in England at 4 wing HQs. This airbase was one of those. The airfield shown here had 3 THOR missile enclosures and the affiliated oxygen fueling systems. The launch control area is under a large mound seen in the distance. Each missile carried a 1.44 megaton thermonuclear warhead, For comparison, the Hiroshima bomb was 0.15 megatons. Even though out of 15 test launches, where only 4 missiles reached their test targets, the THOR system was brought into service. The United Kingdom government kept THOR deployment in the UK completely secret and only admitted their existence years after the missile system had been decommissioned and returned to the United States. Each RAF base operating THOR required 1,000 men and women to keep the missiles ready to be theoretically launched into combat within 15 minutes.
One of these flights exceeded design range by 900 nautical miles.
Let's catch Dave up. We're going to try and get in this building here. I believe that was like some sort of battle headquarters, or HQ building as they call it. It's all like fenced off for some reason. So we're just going to try and navigate it.
This end of it was a system, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, this reminds me now.
Maybe we get up on top of there, because we've got a ladder around there, and go over to the other end, see if we can see what's you know, behind the
Let's do that. Let's do it. Or I can send the drone up and have a look.
When it's skin up a ladder, isn't it?
Yeah, a nice wet wooden ladder that was probably last tested in about 1989. Safety first.
You see, there's a big main there.
Yeah,
So,
big main there, and we think there used to be generators here. And they bashed all this wall out to get the generators away, to reuse them. See how thick this wall is? It's like double thick wall.
yeah. See, this part of it was a water system.
Yeah. Check that out. Look at the massive. That's the thing that fills it up. Big water system. That is a big tank. But I don't understand why it's open like this.
I would think, looking at the recess here, that it had a metal lid on,
Yeah.
just like an inspection cover.
And I bet they were made out of galv and someone's stolen them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's the next building over there.
Yeah, let's get over
And
there.
that's the HQ building over there. So, let's go, folks.
There you get my golden gems out. See, it's all blocked up there as well.
At the moment, we're on top of the building that's below us.
Yes, Dave.
Right.
But that, see there, that's all been blocked up.
That has.
And it's there we want to be in. That. I don't know what's in there.
Some big openings there.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't, it's not HQ. It's open like that.
Shall I just send the drone up and I've done with it?
If you like.
It saves us clambering 10-foot walls.
Well, we're going to walk across, you see there's a connecting wall there, I'm going to scramble across that wall and walk down that one. See if we can see from there.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, because there ain't much up here, is there? I just don't understand why it's all like sealed off. Doesn't make any sense.
Due to the 1950s design and the differing architecture for this building compared to the rest of the base, we believe this was built by the Americans for the RAF as a command and control centre for the THOR missile system.
Yeah, it's really weird. So it stopped the metal thieves because there's a radiator in there and they've been stolen from everywhere else. Just go careful, dude.
it is, it's generating. I can see plates from here. I think we've been in this from this side.
Yeah, but that end we haven't.
Not that end.
No, it's that end we haven't seen. Yeah, don't fancy going over there. We'll go on Dave's exploring cam.
The area was unfortunately locked and sealed, so we will continue to show you an overall view of the base before continuing on our exploration.
That's the wrong thing. Yeah. Do I do a bit of drone footage from here? I'm thinking, yeah, do it. A nice place to fly a drone is about here. Some pipe pits around here. I've not been in these buildings though, so we're going to check them out. Let's go this way. There's a big hole in the floor there. This area is still used.
That's just a little room of its own.
So, that's strange. So I believe this, unless Dave told me otherwise, Kero V, was that some sort of fuel or an oil?
It's kerosene.
Kerosene. Kerosene tank.
It's a kerosene store. For what? I think it's just a fuel store.
Yeah.
That's obviously bulk.
What did they use kerosene for? Or was it, are we talking back in the 50s?
We used to use it for tilly lamps,
Right.
you know,
So this is-
paraffin lamps to see it dark.
So this is like old school, this is from when it was an airbase in the 50s.
I mean, we used paraffin lamps back in the 70s and 80s.
Did you? Yeah, the forces are quite out of date with stuff like that, so I bet they were still using them.
But you see, they're not reliant on batteries or anything like that. So,
No.
you know.
Yeah, liquid fuel, it lasts ages. We've got something down there. What's this? Pen, aluminium for metal. So that's a box of paint for this, aluminium paint. There's a box of like hammerite there.
Oh, really?
But it's MOD stuff, it's got an MOD stock number on it. And there's been a notice on the wall. And then with this big kerosene.
Another big notice there.
Yeah,
What did it say? Yeah.
I'd take a still at that. That's quite cool. I'll have to take my bag off to get out this because this door is metal but it's sealed solid. So I'll just pass you out to Dave. Let's go.
That's just a start. I just think they would have jerry cans in that.
Yeah.
Because this fence wouldn't be here originally.
No, that's been added, hasn't it? And that's seized up solid.
That's why it's so heavily ventilated.
Yes.
It's just a fuel cell, and it's bunded as well, you see.
Oh yeah, I never saw the bund.
Yeah.
Never noticed that going in that one.
Yeah.
Where next, Dave?
This way.
That way. Yeah, if we go down the back of here to the left, we've been in that. We've been in that big building before on another video, so I'll show you. I'll put a link up for that. There'll either be a card or a link in the description box. Now, I don't know if you can see on the film, but there's actually a platform here, like a raised platform, which we believe was used for stores for lorries unloading. You can make that out here, look. Like an old railway platform. But we think there wasn't a railway here, I think it was just for lorries. Stores area in there. Now, for those that don't know what this is a painting of a English Electric Lightning, and I believe it's one of the later ones, and it's got Martello themselves on it. But the artist who painted this went on to become a tornado pilot. So if you're out there, the person who painted this, leave a comment below. Now, even though the shading's done and it's been painted on a rough wall, so it's been like a wardrobe or something there, and the wall's not even been prepared, it's just painted straight onto it. It's quite a magical picture with the RF roundels, all the details of the ailerons and flaps, and the slats at the front. It's even got, I think that's where the use of a cartridge start. I think that's the exhaust from the cartridge start. Then you've got the 2 engine outlets there, and all the rivets around that. And then the squadron mascot there. Yeah. THOR, 13th of March 1982. And that was put on there. Don't know what P is. That is the base, where they're based, but I don't know what area P is, because it isn't here. It's not this base. So anybody who knows, please leave a comment where the RAFP base is. Electrics there. There's a lot of movement outside at the local industrial estate, and we don't want to disturb them, so we're staying out the way. It's the bumblebee door. See, there's a marking on there, 873. Is that 873 squadron or something? Was there an 873 squadron?
Oh, was it the extension of the phone?
Phone number 873.
Phone 873. Who
Yeah.
you gonna call?
Ghostbusters?
No, not Ghostbusters. 873. Do you know what? Guess.
Is there another door like that?
No, we just climbed in the hole, we never even tried the door.
We didn't, did we? That isn't even locked. For God's sake. This looks like it was a shop. Chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake. There's all like bunting up there. Pardon?
I don't know what it was.
No. Interesting though.
Oh, yeah.
What you found? The old doll's head. What the hell is that? Old doll's head. And the bunting above the windows. There's like the armed forces bars on the windows, then some bunting on top to make it look nice.
Make it nice.
Make the bars look nice. Here, random little room. Oh, they got like a display box there, as if this was like a stage.
Yeah, like a lighting box.
Yeah. So is this some sort of little theatre?
As part of Operation Emily, the United States Air Force personnel were also attached to the missile bases in the UK. This airbase was nicknamed Santa Monica on the Worlds, and as ever, the American contingent brought many home luxuries with them, installing this on-site cinema, which was as popular with the RAF families as the American guests.
Because weirdly, none of the doors are marked, but there's no cloakroom or anything. But it's got a light box. Or is it like an instruction room or something? Delivery room.
I mean, it's a big old bench, is that, you know?
Yeah.
So, and the coconut matting, is that original or has that been just thrown in here for storage?
It looks thrown in here for storage because of the way it's all rolled up. It's not sort of cut to size for this room.
Unless it was laid this way.
Looks like there's been a canteen here because there's a water thing and there's all clips on the wall, and then there's been like bunting and boards there, like it's had a little naffy in it or something.
Graffiti.
Stare at this. It's quite big, isn't
What's
it?
this building?
Admin. It's got an admin look about it.
Admin.
Water tanks up there.
Yeah.
So that makes me think plant room.
Yeah, this looks like it was a boiler room, this.
Yeah.
And all them pipes. Well, no, there won't be a boiler in it per se, because it'd be off the central plant, but that would be the valve room.
Yeah, like heat exchange and control.
And everything and that.
It's cold, isn't it? Today.
Cold. It's cold in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that hasn't fallen down. Someone's purposely pulled that down.
Projection room.
I think they need to do the bins. Oh, yeah. Onto that. So this has been like a big briefing room.
Yes, so.
Wow. Yeah, and the smaller slits for newer cameras.
Yeah.
Because the apertures on cameras were getting smaller. They didn't need a great big thing like this. So they started making smaller slits, because the less light you had in this room, the better. You've got a perfect shot onto that board in the back. And ventilation, because it got really hot in here. The different light switches. Yeah, and they could turn the emergency door light off. So this was so when they were doing a production, they could turn the light off. So you didn't have that, you know, the green running man above the door, like annoying you all the way through the production. So they could turn the light off. Nice and precarious. Someone's nicked the stairs for some reason. So that's an old incomer. And we've got a building here, random building in the woods that we need to check. Don't know what this was. What we're thinking, Dave?
I don't know.
Little windows. 2 little windows and a see, that looks like some sort of flare cupboard.
It means stone shelves.
Yeah. Like a flare for the airfield. Because they used to have like smoke running. They used to have flares, and they'd set a flare off, like say, yes, take off, when the radios were in the infancy. They used to use flare, smoke and things like that. I saw someone just over there,
Right.
walking about between them. He didn't see us, he was walking along there.
Okay. Probably security, did he?
Yeah. But we're not See, there's been something there, but it's been demolished, unfortunately. But Dave's just found this. What's all this then? So this building's bigger than it looks.
And this has got a 100 floor and a draining centre. You see how it's bundled up against the wall? It's got a draining
yeah?
centre. So
What would you put in here then? It's too small for a generator, but it's had a doorway there as well.
well, yeah.
Electronics.
And well, no, I think it'd be for washing something down because with the way the floor's bundled and the big drain in the middle. You're dealing with something wet.
What would that be?
Because
What would you have?
the wires for the lighting is pyro.
So we're on the right track of flares and things like that.
So it would have had intrinsically safe lights if it's got pyro to it.
Yeah, that's pyro. So this has been an intrinsically safe room. But for what? What did they use to get wet? To do with something that's explosive? I don't know. Or was it not wet? Was it oil? Was it like servicing guns on aircraft or something?
No.
I don't know, I don't get
Wouldn't
it.
have had a big bundled floor like
No, I'm not getting that.
that. That size of that drain, it's to take
Big.
away a lot of volume of water.
It is.
You would think.
Yeah, that is for a lot of water, that.
So
So, if you understand what this sort of room is, or this little building, let us know. Put a comment below. Because we are not sure. It's like a strange design. I'm tripping over. It's like a strange design building. Like this overhanging roof. It's had a doorway around here at some point, and then they bricked it up and put a doorway there.
But it hasn't got bars on the windows or any vents in or anything to say
No,
that there was anything toxic or needed ventilation.
no. Very strange.
It's just a wooden door, it's not, it's a pure door.
No, just little windows. That's an odd one, that. That is an oddity. That is an oddity that I don't quite understand.
But there again, yeah. Something different.
Sure is. On to the next part.
This concludes our quest for clues at this former nuclear missile base. If you haven't already, please subscribe for new content every Tuesday and Thursday 8 PM UK time. If you would like us to explore the airfield to locate the areas used to store the PGM-17 THOR missiles, please leave a comment below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Looking over my shoulder, looking back at your door. In my head it goes over and over. Should I leave?